Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. So in this video I'm going to talk about the mind again, and I'm going to use another analogy to hopefully help you see what the mind is, because I think this is critical in understanding who you really are. And it's only really when you can see the mind for what it is that you realize that you're not the mind, and that the mind is actually a secondary instrument. It's an overlay to primary awareness, which is what you are. And the analogy that I want to use is that in all intents and purposes, the mind is an algorithm. And the way it works is very much like a YouTube feed or your Instagram feed, in that when you interact with content on a particular theme, when you click on a video, when you click on a post, it sets the algorithm in motion so that the algorithm brings up more suggestions on that same theme. And that is exactly how the mind works. When you give certain thoughts which just appear and disappear, they come in waves, they come and they go. But when you give certain thoughts more attention than others, then more thoughts on that theme will be suggested up to you. That's how this works. And so if you can think of the mind like this, it can help you to decipher what it's presenting to you and whether you want to interact with it. And basically, like an algorithm, like YouTube, if we're not happy with the theme that it's suggesting, we can alter that by changing where we place our awareness. And when we start to place our awareness on other things, and also put the mind in the back seat for a little bit and allow awareness to take over, then everything starts to change and the algorithm starts to mold to where you're placing your awareness now. And over time, it just, the themes that were suggested before become less and less frequent. They become more rare, and the newer themes start to dominate. So that's exactly how the mind works, and it's exactly how we can change the opportunities that are presented to us. Now, we'll always get suggestions of all kinds, but you can definitely alter what is presented to you in terms of opportunities for experience, because that's really what it is. And I also want to make it clear that the mind is also an energy harvesting device, because of the very fact that we are the power source of the mind. As awareness, we are what gives power to certain thoughts and certain thought patterns and the algorithmic nature of the mind. And most adult human beings are operating totally from the mind. And so they're constantly feeding their energy into their mind, which means that they're in a continual state, basically, of energy deficit. They're constantly pumping out energy with no input, which is why people get ill, which is why people experience disease, because disease is just separation. It's loss of energy, really. And partly the reason for that is that they're expelling all of their energy to the mind all the time. And when we sit in awareness, we're able to recharge. We're able to replenish the energy supply, because we've disconnected that pump into the mind. So I hope that has helped you to see the mind a little bit clearer for what it is. Because it is tough, because we've been conditioned to think we are the mind. And it can be a blessing and it can also be a curse. So when we have this awareness, we're better able to use it and choose when we want to actually disregard it and just operate as awareness, because then that allows your infinite self to come through, and that's when amazing things happen, right? When you are present and you are just functioning as effortless being, and the mind is just sitting in the back for a while. It's very distant. It's not center stage. It's not driving the car. That's really how we're supposed to operate. So there we go, just a few pointers to what the mind is and the nature of reality. I hope that is clear. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you very soon in another video. Hope you're all doing well.